The concern is that we have now got a payment system in Canada that will be 100% US owned. Moneris was the last Canadian-owned entity.
Well, urgent trade talks took place in Washington today between Canada and the U.S., the second meeting in less than a week, and the stakes are high with the August 19th deadline and the threat of 50% tariffs looming.
2 fights, 1 week.
Minister, how close are we to a deal?
Bonjour. Hello? You know we're not going to discuss those things.
But how confident are you the way that the
You
conversations
know, Mike,
are going?
full points for trying. You're outside in the Washington heat in the
I
summer.
know, but a lot of
This is
Canadians
great.
are wondering. A lot of Canadians
We've
are wondering
told
how close you are.
We'll have something to say when the moment's right.
Nobody will say.
That's why today I'm announcing Ontario is launching the framework for our data center playbook to help the province attract the best data center investments that drive economic growth while ensuring Canadians' data remains right here in Canada. I keep emphasizing that, folks. We want to have sovereign data. We don't want to rely on President Trump getting his paws all over it.
Even the premier's worried.
Automobiles. And I think that's something the U.S. president has made very clear we need to be concerned about because of the U.S. Cloud Act. He can gain access, shut down access.
So what did
Is Canada finally standing up to Washington, or is it secretly losing control of its most critical national assets? With a secret August 19 deadline looming and threats of 50% tariffs on Canadian goods, trade tension between the two neighbors has reached a dangerous level. Welcome back to the Joshu Reaction. I am Frank John, to all my dedicated viewers across from the USA and Canada, bringing you real facts, truth and educational analysis. If you value unbiased factual updates, make sure to hit the subscribe button right now. Let's jump into the numbers. While everyone is looking at trade tariffs, a huge financial shift just happened inside Canada. Moneris, the payment system built by Canada's top banks that processes 1 out of every 3 daily sales for 325,000 businesses, was just sold to a US private equity firm for $2 billion. Why does this matter? Because under US regulations like the Cloud Act, American authorities could potentially gain access to Canadian shopping records, banking details, and merchant credentials. Experts warn that if a single US sanction hits, Canadian card processing could be disrupted overnight. At the same time, top Canadian officials are meeting in Washington under immense heat. The Trump administration is using a classic playbook: agree to 10% concessions or face massive 50% tariffs. Over 20 countries have already accepted these terms, but Canadian leaders are warning that a tariff on Canada is simply a tax on American consumers, especially after recent reports show weak US job growth. Why sign a tough deal if Washington might just walk away from it later? So, what card does Canada have to play? American alcohol? Canadian provinces ban US liquor from store shelves, and polls show nearly 69% of Canadians say that won't buy it back even if it returns. Provincial leaders say they will only put US boozy back on the shelves if Washington drops tariffs on steel, auto, and forestry. Now, I want to ask all of you just simple 2 questions. Is Canada making a mistake by letting American firms on its payment systems, or should Canada hold its ground on tariffs or accept the deal to protect its economy? Drop your answers in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching Joshu Reaction. Don't forget to hit share and subscribe the channel. And always, I said, in God we trust. God bless America, God bless Canada, and I'll see you in the next breakdown. Take care, talk soon. Bye bye.